Fit for Life summative assignment. Unit 1. Confession camera. The first lesson, we had to create a confession camera that introduced ourselves to the group, saying why we were in the class, what grade you're in, and if anything important has happened since my last PE class. Then, talking about whether we've been doing sports or outside activities and what you're hoping to learn from this class. Then we go over our philosophy of fitness and how it's changed over the years. I felt like my video was very personal, and I talked about my honest opinion on this class and what I'm looking forward to. We also went over target heart rates and fitness and exercise. So I made this video, and I basically just touch over how I think it's very important to exercise and exercise often, and my philosophy of fitness is you get out of what you put into it, if that makes sense. If you want to see results, you have to put in the work, and it's important that out of season you're putting in work, in season you're putting in work. Later in life, I hope that I'm very active, and I hope that I stick with running and just stick with my healthy lifestyle that I have right now. Okay, moving on to Unit 2. This unit, we had to interview 3 people about their philosophy of fitness. So I interviewed my mom, dad, and sister. We had to ask what personal challenges they face when exercising and what the physical health benefits of their exercise plans are, how finances affect their exercise plan, what motivates them to exercise, how access to different activities influences their exercise choice, and what way your exercise plan improves you as a person. So I found that my family's pretty similar because we all go to the same gym, but my sister's a little different because she decided to start going to a different gym that does more personalized exercise. It also she wears this heart rate monitor, which is similar to this class. My mom is honestly not as determined as my dad is to exercise. My dad exercises very often and has always been a runner. He runs marathons. My mom just loses motivation sometimes. But overall, it was interesting to see my family and hear what they had to say about their philosophy of fitness. Moving on to Unit 3. In this unit, we went over lifetime activities. We found different lifetime activities that any age could do. I found that it's very easy to stay healthy all throughout life. There's some things that could hold you back, like maybe an injury, but you can always find a way to get active. Also, no matter where you live, you can always go for a walk or find a gym or something. It's very easy, just takes you actually doing it. I found that some people thought outside of the box with this, and others kept it very generic, with their responses. And overall, I learned that no matter how old you are, you can be active, and that will benefit you more than you think. So some of the lifetime activities that I chose were Zumba, swimming, steps, yoga, and hiking. I found that everyone can be active somehow, and the only thing that's holding you back is your mind. I feel like it's fairly easy for anyone to go on a hike or to go on a walk or simple things like that. I don't know if that sounds judgmental or not, but that's what I got from this lesson. Unit 4. In this lesson, we reviewed a fitness app, and personally, I found this very tedious, and the company was basically just trying to get my money, because the free version was definitely not as good as the, I don't know how much it costs. I'm pretty sure it's $10 a month, because I actually got billed $10 automatically, and I just did not want that. That was kind of yeah. I accidentally subscribed to the $10 version, even though I just checked this out one time. But anyways, whatever. The video I made on it, I sounded pretty happy with it, but when I think about it now, I would not want to, 1, pay for this app's premium version, the better version, and 2, I wouldn't feel like this, I wouldn't feel like or remember to fill out all of this stuff in the app because it's like a food journal, and you like have to write down in this app like everything throughout your day. I don't know, it's just a lot. It's the right idea to have this app, but personally I wouldn't like it. Maybe others would find it helpful, but from what I've learned from the last couple lessons and from my health class, you need to be able to live a normal life while also being healthy and active. So having this app where you can count calories and food journal and all that, that's not fun for me. Also, the workouts for the free version were very basic and couldn't be changed. I say all this, and I feel like I did make a decent video reviewing the app. Like, I reviewed it, and I feel like it is a good app if you need it, but personally I would not use this app because it's just like way too tedious for me.
Hold on, madam.
Okay. Moving on to Unit 5. The project I created for this lesson was very good and I enjoyed making this. This lesson we all had to choose an injury prevention tip sheet, so I did mine on concussions. I found the information I was finding both helpful and interesting. We had to find out how a concussion happens, how to prevent it, the warning signs of a concussion, how to recover from a concussion, and the long-term effects of a concussion / what happens when you have too many concussions. Learning about all of this information was helpful for the future if something happens to me or someone else. Now I know what the signs and symptoms are and how serious having a concussion is. So I feel like the picto chart I made was like pretty solid. Let me try and pull it up here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, okay, so here's the project that I made, and I also found that this app PictoChart is very helpful. I think this quote was pretty good that I found. A bump, blow, or jolt to the head can cause a concussion, a type of traumatic brain injury. Concussions can also occur from a fall or blow to the body that causes the head to move rapidly back and forth. So it's like, and I say here, not just from getting hit. A concussion can occur from whipping your head too fast, not just from getting hit. Yeah, so I found that like it's fairly easy to get a concussion. I felt like that was very like interesting. Moving on to Unit 6. This unit we went over our personal bests over the weeks we've been wearing our heart rate monitors. I found the heart rate monitor very helpful because it tracks the distance, tracks you on a GPS, calculates your calories burned, the duration of your workout, and when you're in the fat, your heart rate average and max, and the fat burn percent of calories. So overall, this is very helpful for me, especially knowing when I'm in my fit/fat zones. When you're in your fit zone, that's when you're working hardest and your heart rate is highest. Then it also shows you just how high your heart rate is, like with some levels. So when it gets to the yellow, that's how you know you're really working. So except when you're in the yellow, like you're working super, super hard. Let's pull it up. See, I really like this app, and I think I might have to buy a... Oh, when you're in the yellow, that's normal. When you're in the red, that's really high. Okay. Where was I? When you're in your fit zone, that's when you're working hardest and your heart rate is high. Okay, sorry. So this project, we dropped our beats, and I went over my personal bests. This showed the progress I've made, but also shows that I should keep working and hopefully start running farther than 4 miles. I wish I could keep the heart rate monitor because it really helped me track my progress while week by week. Also, we needed to work out at least 3 times a week and be in our fit zone for 25 minutes, like 3 times a week. So this kept me active week by week, and that was really good for me. Like I said, I just really wish I could keep this heart rate monitor because it really helped me. I might have to buy my own. So yeah, it says here that I'm running 10-minute miles, and I'm really hoping I can improve on that, especially with hockey season coming up. Or not coming up, but in the fall. Alright, Unit 7. Final unit. Have grit, exercise is good, kids need recess. This unit, we watched multiple videos going over the importance of exercise and determination. I found that the TED Talk about having grit was the most insightful of the three, and what the lady had to say made the most sense to me. The video the guy made about the importance was boring. The overall point of his video was that exercising makes you healthier, but he talked a lot, and it was honestly very boring. I really liked what the lady had to say, especially when she said grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is sticking with your future day in, day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years, and working really hard to make the future a reality. Grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. This is like a very good quote, and I really, really, really liked this video. This woman like really spoke to me, and I talk about it in my final thoughts. This is my response to the videos. I feel like I should just read this. It's pretty good. After reading and watching the videos, I have learned that 1, it is important to always exercise, and 2, it is very honorable when someone has grit. Felt like I could relate the most to the TED Talk because I feel like I do a lot to get decent grades and that my grades don't reflect my work ethic. My mom always tells me that as long as I'm putting 100% effort into something, she doesn't care if I win or lose or if I'm unsuccessful. She is proud that I tried my best, my hardest. This might not be the best way to think, and trust me, I still like it when I get good grades, but sometimes if you try really hard and don't succeed, that is just as good because you tried really hard. Because at least you're trying and not giving up after that. When you have grit with things like exercising in school, then you're going to set yourself up for success. So here's my final thoughts. My philosophy of fitness is that you get out of it what you put into it, and that being lazy and not getting out and working towards your goals is going to affect you negatively. Being active affects your mood and your everyday life. My favorite lesson was probably the final one because I really liked what the woman had to say about having grit. Felt like she was speaking right to me. I feel like in school especially I put a lot of work in and sometimes still don't get the results I want, but I've always lived by what my parents tell me. We don't care if you're the best, we just care that you're the hardest working. I plan on working hard in school and working out, especially since I am going to play hockey in college. This class helped me realize that I need to stay in shape and what gets my heart rate up. It taught me more than that, but I enjoyed wearing the heart rate monitor because it's what motivates me to keep working. So my heart rate is up and the improving fitness level. I realize now that I have to keep at my working out and improving myself, and that having grit in life is what makes us most successful. The questions I have are, how am I supposed to work out without my heart rate monitor hooked up and telling whether I'm burning fat or improving fitness? So overall, this class really helped me. It was more than just your average gym class. Like, it really helped me improve myself, getting myself like mentally tough and determined to work out often and getting like a good workout in, like getting my heart rate up. Like, I can't stress it enough. I really enjoyed this class.